Did you know that everything you think you know about healthcare in your later years might be completely wrong? You have been told that high costs are unavoidable. You have been told that relying on medication is simply a fact of life after 65. But what if I told you that the true path to health and financial independence is not found in a clinic, but in four simple daily habits practiced by the longest living people on earth? I know the fear that keeps you awake at night. It is the fear of becoming a burden to your children. It is the anxiety of watching your carefully saved retirement fund slowly erode, consumed by unexpected medical bills and endless copays. Studies show that the average American on Medicare spends over $6,000 out of pocket every single year. That figure alone can feel like a silent thief, stealing your peace of mind and your freedom. I am here to tell you that this burden, this fear, does not have to be your story. We can shift from being a patient who relies on the system to becoming the master of our own well-being. The Japanese have quietly held the secret to a long, independent life for decades. It is not high-tech medicine or expensive treatments. It is the power of small, consistent, daily action. In this video, I will reveal those four simple daily Japanese habits. They are scientifically proven to help rebuild muscle, strengthen joints, boost your balance, and most importantly, help you financially avoid the system entirely. Let's begin by confronting the biggest lie that traps most seniors. The $50,000 lie: why skipping a $100 checkup is your biggest financial mistake in retirement. Many seniors skip simple, low-cost preventative checkups. They might save $100 today, but they are setting a financial time bomb for tomorrow. This is what I call the $50,000 lie. According to health experts, roughly 1/4 of older adults in the US report difficulties paying their medical bills. When you skip that $100 routine checkup, you miss the early warning signs of silent conditions like high blood pressure or prediabetes. These conditions do not disappear, they quietly escalate. When they finally hit, they do not send a mild bill, they send you straight to the emergency room. The cost of treating an acute illness or a medical crisis in the ER, a heart event, or a major fall can easily be 50 times higher than the cost of prevention. Instead of saving $100, you have just opened the door to a potential $50,000 crisis that wipes out your savings and forces your children to step in. The Medical Consumer Price Index, the cost of healthcare, has consistently outpaced general inflation for years. This is a hidden financial threat to every retirement plan. The solution is not to fight the rising cost of the system. The solution is to live so well that you rarely need to engage with the costly reactive side of that system. You deserve an independent life. You deserve peace, not financial anxiety. And the best way to earn that peace is through self-reliance and daily consistency. Let's start fighting back with the Japanese secrets to longevity. Habit 1. The Iki-Gait movement. The first silent thief of senior independence is the loss of strength and balance. It is called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. It is why falls become the leading cause of injury. Many people think they need to join a gym or lift heavy weights. Forget that noise. The Japanese focus on the quality of their movement, known as gait, not the intensity. I call this Iki-Gait, movement done with a purposeful approach. The most powerful movement you can incorporate right now is simple, effective, and zero cost, the chair-only workout. This is not a full-scale exercise program. It is a commitment to 5 easy daily movements that are specifically designed to rebuild your quads and glutes, the main muscle groups that protect your knees and hips. The first movement is the chair sit to stand. You simply sit and stand up slowly without using your hands if possible. Focus on pushing through your heels and squeezing your glutes at the top. Do this 10 times. This action directly mimics the most critical movement needed for independent living: getting up from a chair, getting out of bed, and getting off the toilet. The second is the seated march. Sitting tall in your chair, slowly lift your knees as high as you can, alternating legs. This builds the hip flexors, which are essential for preventing tripping. It is a small, quiet action you can do while watching television or listening to me now. The third movement is ankle pumps. While sitting, slowly raise your toes toward your head, then push them away. This improves circulation and strengthens the muscles around the shin, which play a huge role in preventing falls by giving you better foot clearance when walking. Perform these 5 chair movements daily. The consistency is the key, not the intensity. You will notice a boost in your balance and stronger knees within weeks. This simple Japanese philosophy is about maintaining functional strength, the strength to live your life freely. Habit 2. The overnight muscle. Food rule. The second pillar of Japanese longevity is not found in expensive supplements or fad diets. It is in targeted nutrition that maximizes your body's natural processes. We need to reverse sarcopenia, the silent killer of senior muscle mass, and the secret to rebuilding muscle is not during the day but overnight. Your body requires specific nutrients right before rest to fuel muscle repair and growth while you sleep. Forget the expensive protein powders. They are often high in fillers and poorly absorbed by aging systems. The simple, natural, and affordable food rule is this: consume a small, slow-digesting protein source right before bed. The Japanese often use natto, a fermented soybean dish, but a similar and more readily available option here is cottage cheese or a small amount of Greek yogurt. Why this works is science. These foods are rich in casein protein. Casein is a slow-release protein. When you eat it right before sleep, it provides a steady drip of essential amino acids, including leucine, to your muscles for several hours while you rest. This overnight muscle rule is powerful because sleep is when your body enters repair mode. By providing the necessary building blocks at the perfect moment, you are maximizing your muscle protein synthesis and actively fighting muscle loss while you dream. I recommend a small half-cup of cottage cheese blended with a few walnuts. Walnuts provide healthy fats and further slow digestion, ensuring that steady supply of protein throughout the night. The key nutrient is leucine, an amino acid that acts as a switch to turn on muscle building. Cottage cheese is one of the highest sources of casein and leucine readily available in any North American grocery store. By implementing this one simple food rule, a small, slow protein before bed, you are taking one of the most powerful steps toward reversing sarcopenia and maintaining the strength required for your independent life. This is a zero-cost change that yields powerful results. Habit 3. The Iki-Gait mental ritual. Physical health is only half the battle. The third silent killer in later life is the loss of purpose and the rise of loneliness. When we retire, we lose the structure, the social connection, and the sense of contribution that work provided. This mental gap often leads to depression, anxiety, and costly reliance on mental health treatments. The Japanese concept of Iki-Gait, meaning a reason for being, is the antidote. It is not about finding a new career. It is about finding a new commitment to your value. Iki-Gait is the intersection of 4 simple questions. 1. What do you love? 2. What are you good at? 3. What does the world need? 4. What can you be paid for? For seniors, we simplify this ritual. It is the practice of intentional contribution and connection. Every morning, perform this simple mental ritual. Commit to one act of intentional value. This could be mentoring a grandchild, volunteering for 1 hour a week, or simply maintaining a beautiful garden that brings joy to your neighbors. When you contribute, you activate the brain's reward centers, releasing hormones that combat depression and stress. This simple mental commitment, your daily Iki-Gait, shifts you from feeling isolated to feeling integrated. It replaces the anxiety of financial burden with the grace of purpose. It is the daily reminder that your wisdom, your time, and your effort are still profoundly valuable. It builds a mental resilience that no medication can replicate. Resonance point. Of all the daily commitments you've made throughout your life, raising children, working hard, which simple habit have you found gives you the most peace and purpose today? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. We are building a community of strong, independent seniors, and your wisdom is needed. Habit 4, the Shako-jin social connection, community health. The final pillar of Japanese health is what I call Shako-jin, the emphasis on social interaction and community health. In Okinawa, where centenarians thrive, they practice moai, which are small, long-term social support groups. This is not casual friendship, it is intentional, structured connection. Why is this a habit for physical health and cost avoidance? Loneliness and isolation are now scientifically proven to be as damaging to your body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Isolation increases inflammation and stress hormones, leading directly to higher risks of heart disease and early cognitive decline. In the US healthcare system, treating these effects of loneliness is extremely expensive. The Shako-Jin habit requires a conscious commitment to community engagement. It could be joining a small, weekly book club at your local library. It could be connecting with other parents or grandparents through a shared online interest. It could be consistently calling a friend or family member for a dedicated, meaningful conversation every afternoon. The purpose is to intentionally create a web of mutual support and accountability. When you know someone is relying on you, even if it is just to show up for a walk or discuss a new book, it provides the structure and motivation that fight back against apathy and decline. This daily investment in community is an essential free form of preventative medicine. It keeps your mind sharp, your spirits high, and reduces the risk of chronic, expensive illnesses associated with social isolation. Your commitment to your community is a commitment to your own health independence. The final promise and your choice. We have confronted the fear of the financial burden. We have seen the $50,000 lie, the disastrous financial cost of neglecting small daily steps, and we have armed ourselves with 4 simple, powerful, cost-free Japanese habits designed to help you become the master of your health and maintain your independence. 1. The Iki-Gait chair movements for strong knees and balance. 2. The overnight muscle food rule to fight muscle loss while you sleep. 3. The Iki-Gait mental ritual to replace anxiety with purpose. 4. The Shako-Jin social connection to combat isolation and cognitive decline. You now have a choice. You can continue to live in fear of the next unexpected medical bill, feeling trapped by an expensive system. Or you can take back control, one simple habit at a time, just like the elders in Okinawa have for generations. You deserve this independence. Your family deserves this peace of mind. This is your path to a truly independent retirement. We have talked about the best time to eat for muscle, right before bed. But what exactly is the single best, most affordable food you should be consuming at night? Click here to watch my next video, the one Japanese food that kills sarcopenia and rebuilds muscle overnight. Don't forget to share your Ikigai in the comments below and subscribe to the channel for more solutions to achieving a healthy, independent life. This content is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your physician before changing your diet or treatment.